here. This Ben Gurion Airport. The place is huge. Just mammoth. We have arrived after an all-night flight from Atlanta. It's a beautiful day here in Tel Aviv. This airport is monstrous. Okay, that's Jaffa down at the end of the beach there. Beautiful beach. What a spectacular day. Weather is just spectacularly beautiful. Not warm, not cold, probably about 70 out here. And along the beach, you see they have this large mosaic promenade. People jogging and walking out there last night. This is a lively town. Daniel and I had dinner at I can't pronounce the name of the area. But anyway, really lively. Folks were really out in this town last night. It's before 8 o'clock in the morning here. We just had our wonderful Mediterranean breakfast. All kinds of olives and tomatoes and greens and fish and you name it. In addition to the cereal and bread and coffee and so forth. Beautiful day here. There we go. We're going to walk down the beach. Seems to be walking along the beach seems to be the thing to do. Or jogging. Beautiful. Here's the beach. Early this morning, still a lot of folks out jogging and so forth. There's Jaffa, sorry, down in the distance. I keep making that mistake. We are St. Peter's Church here in Haifa. Let's go up this way. Which could be the case. This is Jaffa. Here we are, the streets of Jaffa. Neat town. The Egyptians built this fortress in the late Bronze Age, 3,300 years ago. 300 years before King Solomon made it here. All right.
That's older than just about anything we've seen then, right?
Uh-huh. That's back Tel Aviv. We got cats everywhere around here. That picture that Charlie gave me, there's Tel Aviv from up on top of the mountain at Jaffa, the beach. Our hotel on up that way.
It's sort of amphitheater.
There's cats over there too. That picture Charlie Stiles gave me of the Garden of Gethsemane had cats in it everywhere. What a beautiful day. Mm-hmm.
This is the way we walked back last night.
Right. We walk over the top of the road here. What in the world is this guy doing here?
Yeah.
Jeez. Pulling a U-turn in the middle of the road, everybody stop. Near that mall here. Kind of quiet today comparatively, huh?
It's a weekday. Everyone's at work.
Yeah, they were out here last night. Looking to the right here part where we had our dinner. Here's the corner where we ate, right? This our corner right here. Kind of closed today.
Closed off. It's not open yet.
That was our dinner last night. Closed up tight today. Daniel just disappeared in the restroom for a moment. We're here in Caesarea. We came in through the Crusader Gate, which is the Crusader South Gate over there, that way, right over there. And that also goes to the Hippodrome. And here's the main Crusader entrance here. Exterior walls are pretty impressive. I think they were built by the Crusaders, not by the Romans. And here's the Roman period fountain with decorated, but unfortunately the sculptures seem to have been lost over time. Let's see here. Can't tell what I'm taking a picture of. This green grass is where the actual water from the harbor used to be. And that is the remains of the staircase, which went up that way and went over a little arch right there up to Herod's Harbor. Here's a picture of how that staircase and arch look right here. And that is the harbor. With the staircase. Interesting. But here's the more modern restaurant. Herod never got a chance to enjoy this. This is the part out here in the outer harbor. Seawall. This is the old Crusader harbor after the Roman times. Hadn't been used, I guess, for a couple of years when the Crusaders got here, and they used the available materials to fix it back up, huh? You see the breakwater here at one time went all the way out. There, now there's the ruins here remaining. The fortifications on the north side. And the aqueduct in the distance. And beyond that, Mount Carmel, going down to Haifa. The vaults along the waterfront here. There's Daniel over there reading the stories. These are all the various warehouses and homes and stuff along here. Vaults, the tavern is right over there. This Roman house had some pretty nice columns out front. Pretty nice floor too. There's a nice living room here. And look at this view out the front he had. A little water area there. This is the end of that hippodrome where they had the chariot races around this. We're standing in a little trough that would be the wall in the middle. Horses go around here to the right and come around here to the left. These are bleachers over here. Near the end they close this off and use it just for gladiator fights down at this end. I don't know who those walls are up there. Those walls look more Crusader-esque, but they might be Roman. Now this little area right here wasn't there until the end. That was actually would be in the racetrack, which they'd come down this way and go around here and cut the corner here, where I imagine it got pretty tight at times coming around this corner with about 10 chariots. There's the shape of the thing. We're down at this end. So they come, that's the way they head back. We come up from the hippodrome. You see this little area up here was a palace built by Herod. Well, that's what it looked like during the time of Herod's palace. There's the Hippodrome and the harbor in the background. Here's what it looks like today. There's the Hippodrome and there's the harbor in the background. They're getting ready to loose the hordes here. The kids. Those must be Crusader walls. Coming into Haifa. Beautiful beach along the left side. I didn't get a picture of, but I've got the camera out now in case it shows it up again. Pretty along here, like a park. Can't quite get a picture of the beach yet. The beach along here, I don't think I can get a good scenery of it. Nope.
It looks like you.
Yeah, there it is. That is the side of the hill. They're built up there on the hill, aren't they? Okay, next exits. Which we don't want the exits. Here we are in Tyre, which is Tyre, Acre, sorry. Akko, as they call it here.
I wonder if this takes us to the Citadel.
Maybe, keep going. This is the tunnel that the Templars used to get out of the city. Their escape.
Can't read.
You gotta kind of squat down here. Ceiling's a little low for me.
Okay, it's recording.
Okay.
Okay. This is Dad walking down the tunnel, the Hospitaller tunnel. This is the tunnel that when the city of Acre fell, the final stronghold of the Crusaders in the Holy Land, this tunnel is the way the last few survivors escaped the city. Went from the old citadel of the city out to the port, and they escaped down this tunnel to leave the Holy Land.
Hold it.
Is this what you thought it was? The
Yeah. Dulcet tones of, what's that, the theme from some...
That's really what you think of.
This guy's got his kebabs here. Right here. Maybe not kebab. What is on the way to? Well, here's the port of Tyre. The party boat just went out. If you can, I'm not so sure there's a party crowd. Anyway, we went through the bowels of the old Templar fortress there, where they allowed you to, and now we're headed out of here. We're going to head for Galilee. Here we come down to the Sea of Galilee. Some of these mountains we passed are as green green as Ireland. We're on the west side of Sea of Galilee. This, I think, is the turnoff we use to go to Nazareth tomorrow. Interesting, some cliffs coming right down to the ocean here. Probably haven't changed a lot in the last 2,000 years. '07 to Tel Aviv. I wonder if that's where we'll go out. There you go. Right there, that railing right there. If you want to get into the Jordan River.
Just don't stop, because you got to keep the line moving.
Keep the line moving now. Let's go. Move ahead up there. Man. Okay, we're driving, just left the Sea of Galilee. We climbed out quite high. We're on a bridge headed to Nazareth. Amazing how green everything is in this area and how huge these mountains are. Everything is just as green as it can be. So we'll check back in Nazareth.
That's right. Not straight since
Here we are in Cana, which is a Muslim, as we can tell. Looks like everybody seems to be Islamic, and the place is a little on the rundown side. We were commenting on the other side of town that their last miracle was 30 AD. They could use another one.
Miracle free.
Yeah, miracle free since AD 30. But it's definitely a Muslim town. So we're headed out of Cana and headed back toward Nazareth. Coming into Nazareth, which is also, I think, a Muslim town, if I'm not mistaken.
Got a big old Christian church.
There's a picture of a vote for Al Qaeda.
Hamas.
Vote for
Hezbollah.
Hamas, a future you can believe in. Place is built up a little bit since Jesus lived here, but this is the town he grew up in. These are the hills he walked as a young boy. Built up a little since then.
It's kind of neat that you think when Jesus grew up, these are the hills that were around him every day.
Yeah, and they probably had nothing on them, really.
They weren't exactly covered in apartments.
The popular motif here is to build a house halfway, but before you actually move anybody in, quit. Went to a town yesterday where every building almost in the town looked like just a shell. Kind of like this motif right there. Here's another. Top 2 floors of this building here are under construction. Probably have been for the last 30 years. This is definitely the Muslim end of the shtick. We're going to try riding today through the West Bank. The girl this morning at the hotel said she didn't advise it. And then she said, well, it's probably all right. You'll have soldiers everywhere. Okay. We'll give it a shot then, based on that.
There's a soldier.
Here's a nice house, yes. Move in and little fixer-upper. How many over here we got like that?
That one.
It's the motif, boy.
I mean, those bottom floors aren't finished.
Look like some of it got stuff hanging out. Look like maybe somebody lives in some of those.
Maybe what it is you.
There's no way that building's occupied.
It's not.
Or this one here. This one's got glass windows anyway.
Well, they all look like they're being worked on.
The top floor of this one's under construction. I think the Muslims move slowly. But here we are in another. Now we're in Nazareth again.
You should have pulled off.
It's pretty town actually.
Pulled off back there.
This is a big city. Here's a park here. Kind of.
You see them back there? Go pulled off.
Yeah, we can pull up over here. Would you say it's easy to see that area down there?
Yeah.
Okay, we're here at Megiddo. The staircase we just passed was built during Solomon's time. I'm looking north. So across the Jezreel Valley. To the right, the Valley of Armageddon. Here's the main entrance to the city. We're going in here. What do you see? City gate.
So may the king give a garrison of 100 men to go out to his city. He sent out a messenger to go
to the Pharaoh
to go ask for some help. 100 men.
They found a letter.
He just said, so may the king give a garrison of 100 men to guard his city. Oh, so what's his name made war on him? And what's his name? King of Megiddo just asked for a little help to make the city seem a little, to bolster the defenses. Check this guy out.
We're on top of a little rise here. There's the north stables. That's got to be east. That's the Jezreel Valley there. I'm thinking it goes out that way. Well, I had him in here and just a minute ago, he disappeared. A couple of Israeli jets just flying over. This is the Jezreel Valley looking down to the west here at Mount Carmel over there. There's more jets are all over the place today. Here we are looking east. This is the plains of Armageddon here in the Jezreel Valley. And there seems to be some confusion with Daniel and I whether that's Mount Gilboa right there in the end, where you head down the Jordan River Valley, or whether it's over further to the right here. Let me back it out a little bit here. We're up on the top of Megiddo. We're going to walk up that way towards Solomon's stables. Here we are looking south in the Jezreel Valley. It's amazing how green everything is here. Green, and of course these yellow flowers are out everywhere. See them along the roads. And the tall cypress trees and so forth. This is not a water system. This is King Jeroboam II's grain silo. 450 cubic meters of straw found in a stone attest to the function of this installation. They found a good bit of it down there, so. That's a long drop off down there. I can't imagine hewing this through solid rock here.
Where's the one that has Jeremiah's tunnel? The one that goes under.
In Jerusalem, Hezekiah.
Jeremiah. Hezekiah's tunnel?
Yeah. Yeah, the tunnel under Jerusalem. I guess that was a popular thing. Get you some water during times of siege. Here's the pool at the bottom. In fact, there's water. All along here. There's water here, although it's hard to kind of tell. Up we go. I think we're outside the wall of Megiddo here at this point. Here's the Jezreel Valley. We're in the town of Jezreel, where Jehu had the heads of the Amorite kings stacked in 2 baskets, 70 some of them. We're about it today, though. That's the main highway down there, and that's our car parked down there. We're looking at the map at the moment. We kind of have Jezreel to ourselves today. This, I think, is Mount Gilboa right behind us, where Saul and Jonathan were killed. Huh? That is Gilboa? Okay. And that is Jezreel Valley down there. Okay, I'm looking north toward the range up there in Nazareth, almost still. Yeah. That's where the Israel army camped out the night before the battle, and where Saul conjured up the Samuel's spirit of Endor, and then they made their way across the valley here, engaged the Philistines at the bottom here, and going up that mountain there, is on the slopes of that mountain is where, I guess I could do a better job of taking this picture, couldn't I? Is where Saul and Jonathan were killed. On the slopes of Mount Gilboa. And this is the Jezreel Valley here.
Is that Jordan over there?
That is Jordan over there, and it was very, very much in the distance. Those mountains.
That over there is it's where the Jezreel Valley empties out into the.
And the ruins here of Jezreel are just about overgrown. So, about all there is.
Man, that's a far away.
All right, now here we look over to the left here. That's Jordan the country, not Jordan the river. Those mountains right there. We're going along the river here. Actually, to our right here is all we're in the West Bank, and to the right is all Palestinian Authority keeps the security there. So needless to say, we don't feel too good about that.
Along the road, that explains it. This is about what the map showed there would be.
Yeah.
But
we're heading just from the Jezreel Valley down to the Jordan River Valley. We're heading down toward Jericho right now.
This area right here doesn't seem to have much Palestinian authority.
No.
I think this is still Israeli.
What was funny was every bus stop has 4 or 5 Israeli guys hanging there with automatic weapons hanging over their shoulder.
The soldier that what's her name was talking about.
Yeah. Let's hope they're behaving themselves today as we drive through this country. So heading on down toward Jericho at this point, with the country of Jordan on the left and the Hebrew Heights on the right.
Oh, this is all Israeli.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Okay, stop. Okay, we got past the checkpoint. The guy didn't particularly care for me using the camera in that area. Had a really interesting weapon with him, with a scope and so forth. We're now in the Palestinian-controlled West Bank area. Heading down toward the Jordan Valley here. I don't see the river down there, but it's got to be there somewhere. En route to Jericho. Hey, person on the horse up there. Cowboy. Or a donkey. Check this guy. Yeah. That's a bunch of sheep. That's the shepherd boy, huh? You see all those sheep down there, yeah? What about that? We got umpteen rows of barbed wire along here. This is the border for you. And these mountains here to the right are just riddled with caves of all kinds. Look at this big cave here, Dan.
Oh man.
This is the spot, even though we can't get on the other side of the border there. Look at the caves up there.
So this guy behind you may want to pass you.
You can't tell me what.
Well, you're kind of weaving all over the road.
Alright, I'll let that guy pass. It's a series of fences. Lots of them here.
You have to see the river.
Occasionally what you'll see is the treetops down there in that valley, because you know the trees are coming up right from the river. There's some barbed wire along here. Sensors. All kinds of stuff. I imagine there's probably some defenses up here to the right we don't see. There's some lonesome looking desert over here on the right. Okay, we've got off on a little road here. We just passed Jericho, which the main road in was blocked, but the other road in, we decided it probably just looked like a Palestinian city, so we'll go on. But we're down here, working our way toward the Jordan River, because it's possible that we go to the site where tradition says Jesus was baptized in the Jordan.
They know this.
But we know one thing, we know this is where John the Baptist hung out in his neighborhood. There's a gate just close behind those guys. What do you think of that? They don't let just anybody in here, you know what I mean? See that gate closed behind those guys?
Yeah, cool.
Probably see you guys, they probably got a military escort. Probably those guys got guns hanging off of them. They say, this car behind you ain't getting in.
They expect like somebody to jump them?
Well, I don't know, but let's see.
Don't know if you can see that. We were just down that way. We think this is the church where Jesus was supposedly baptized in the Jordan River, right there on the other side. We went down to see it, but there's a big barbed wire fence and a gate, and an Israeli military guard said we would not be able to go down. As you can see, sorry, I zoomed down real quick. We were a ways away. And here we are in the middle of nowhere. This is right near Jericho. We're hoping it was a little greener during Jesus' time. Doesn't quite look like the promised land. Looks a little bit more like the wilderness where Jesus was tried. Anyways, off to Jerusalem.
Look, man, you pull into the place to get, well, I could get a soda or something here. These guys
I'm thirsty.
These guys have parked their camel here. Look at this. They'll probably let you ride that thing for a price, huh?
I'll take a picture.
Well, they're selling sunglasses.
Pull over.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull in here. This camel just wandering around by himself, or has he got something going here?
He's tied up to the ground or something.
This guy's got some selling flowers, though. I don't think we want. We're on the highway up from Jericho up to Jerusalem. Heading uphill. This is the cemetery we walked through last night. Yeah, which means we're almost to the Joppa Gate.
If we just go straight and we'll go right by that mall.
Yeah, but if we loop to the right, I'll go straight and then go by the mall?
Straight, because
okay, I'm with you.
We'll come down.
This is that mall right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
We gotta wait here.
We go
There's the old city, straight ahead.
Citadel.
Now here's that beautiful mall on the left with all the upscale Rolex stores and so forth. Pretty swanky. Straight ahead is the old city, the Joppa Gate. The mall next to the old city. We'll go around the south side of the city. We're going out this morning on our way to Masada. We walked through the city last night, got lost in the Muslim quarter, had to have some Muslim girl show us how to find back to the Damascus Gate, get back.
Was she Muslim?
I think she was.
She didn't have her little shawl on.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe she was Jewish.
Palestinian or Jewish.
Maybe. She could find a Christian church for us, though. That's all that counted, right? We're going to go around the south side of the town. The Joppa Gate is right there, next to a big tower, which was built by Saladin. There's the Joppa Gate, a little bit better angle from here. So the tourist information counter is, and the start of that big bazaar
All of Jerusalem seems to be a bazaar.
Yeah, it does. Everybody's selling something. We just had a taxi driver walk up to this car and want to know if we want a taxi ride. We're in a car.
I don't think we're normally his,
You know,
his
you wouldn't think that that's what we'd... Somebody in a vehicle would need a taxi.
We're not his, what's it?
Here's the
Demographic he normally goes for. People in
Look
cars.
what is here.
Should beep your horn to say, hey.
Yeah, she would just, you have to beep horn, let people know that you've been abused.
There's people all turning.
That's what the holdup is, and they're all cabs.
Well, they're all going into the city. They're
Yeah.
taking people into the city.
Right. Okay, we're going to go down here into the Kidron Valley to the city of David. Now, this is where that Hezekiah's aqueduct is down here at the bottom too.
Mount Zion's right over here.
No, Zion's on the other side of the city, right over here to the left.
Mount Zion's right down here. I'm pretty sure Mount.
I think that is, maybe that is Mount Zion straight ahead. It pays to have a better map than we got. We go by the tourist information, we'll get a good map. Look at all these.
Before we leave.
Wait,
Yeah, Bethlehem's this way too. Why'd that guy want us to turn left?
I don't know.
I think he wanted us to just go check out his shop.
Can we get a left here?
No.
I don't know that we can.
This right there, that's the Dormition.
We're climbing Mount Zion here.
Dormition. Dormition.
I think we're headed south.
Right, we're headed south and then we loop up.
I don't think we're looping up.
You don't think so?
Oh, maybe we do on this side of the mountain. You think so?
Maybe.
We'll see in a minute.
That didn't look like a major road that we were going to go.
Sure didn't. That's the Tower of David there, yes. On this end of the city. All right, let's try this again.
You go over here, you can probably get a good picture of everything.
Yeah, it looks like you could if you walked up over here. This guy here, this is okay. Point out the Tomb of David when we go by, will you? It's got to be right down here on the right.
So we're gonna turn off here. No, it's right. It's around that loop right there. It's on the other side of this.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
And we've already got a green light.
We're good.
There we go.
Up Mount Zion here.
No, I think this is Mount Zion over here.
The sign said Mount Zion this way.
Oh, really? That's just not
So maybe that's
that
it.
way. So this is is Mount Zion the mountain?
Where would the... Now, David's tomb's going to be hard to see because it's going to be down to the right, I think, here.
It took the picture at possibly the worst time ever. If you can pull over here, you can probably get some.
Not too good a chance. This is a David's tomb is here somewhere.
That could be it right there.
That's like an archaeological excavation. I think David's tomb has a big mausoleum over it.
I'll have that over there.
There's the...
You think there'd be more of a line to it, wouldn't there?
we're on Mount Zion. That's the Mount of Olives over that way. Let's go head over that way. What is all this down here? Caves again. We're on the south side of the walls here at Mount Zion. That's the Mount of Olives over there. Is this not loud here? I mean,
You get a snapshot.
let's see where this takes us.
I mean, that'd be a good picture, but
Hey, look at here.
what is that?
That's that St. Peter something there. I don't know what St. Peter knows about that stuff. See who we can get in the way of now. This is some Church of St. Peter right here. I'm not sure what the deal is, but pretty church over there. Whoopsie, I'm not doing a very good job on the photography, am I? All right, we'll go up to the city wall here. That is the Jewish quarter here.
Two good pictures here with cars in them.
We got some great shots of the cars. military. Why? Some kind of unusual thing. Here's this place we walked across last night. Now where are you supposed to take us?
Under the old city.
Under the Mount Sophis or something like that. There's the Palestinian prison over there. We are. See the wall here on the left and all the barbed wire. We definitely skirt.
That's Syria.
That's
Here we're gonna make a right.
All right, I'm winning. I don't know what this is on the left behind that wall, but it.
West Bank.
Yep. Obviously, could be trouble. Saw the police pull over a car right behind us a minute ago.
Look how the prison juts out into the West Bank, just as a reminder, if you want to mess
Up on a hill, yeah, just so you can see it.
Just in case you want to.
If I get a picture of that bill or
I
not,
don't know what you get.
maybe that much.
There you go. There's a nice. That's
Yeah.
new looking.
Yeah, and they've got a barbed wire
Fence
around that.
We're in the West Bank right now, but that's one of the Jewish settlements.
Jewish settlements here in the West Bank. I put barbed wire around your house, keep the Palestinians out. We're on the other side of that big barbed wire fence now, in the West Bank Palestinian area.
Palestinian get the nice area.
I hate to say it, but here's some watchtowers and some barbed wire here. What is that for?
That's a construction
You
zone.
know, that may be one of these settlements they were going to build, and they just decided they better quit on that because it's not politically correct.
No, they got one of those big yellow
You
gates.
got the gate there.
That's some construction thing. There's a radio tower there. That's something.
There's barbed wire, several layers of it all along the hillside. There's a gas station here. Lady herding her camels over there, and they've got her kids over there too. How many camels she got?
She's got 3 and a baby.
3 and a baby, yeah? All right. These poor Palestinians have a lot of walking to do too. Here's the Bedouin camps here. One step from living in the caves here.
They lost the old road down there.
Well, if that's the old road, that may be the road Jesus took up from Jericho.
I don't know if it's that old.
I don't know. You got to figure the road probably.
Probably just
You've got to figure it's being
the same road.
whatever's the best spot would be the best spot, you know, forever and ever, right?
maybe.
There's the Bedouin camp there too. They've upgraded from tents to corrugated tin.
The tents were a little better, actually.
Tents probably look better, yeah. Feet below sea level already. I think that's further than Death Valley already. And it's not much out here, but just
We're
dirt.
still going way down.
Judean hill country. Yeah, the Dead Sea's quite a ways below us. When you have a school outing here in the West Bank and you're bringing Jewish children, you make sure you bring a guy with a gun too. Always have at least a couple of these around.
I'm sure there's a few more in the area.
Oh, I'm sure.
Can't really see it here, but
There's caves all up in there. Look up there. Don't want that zoom in. Get that zoom in a little bit.
The zoom was in it. What?
It makes this thing look real shaky. This is honeycomb caves all along here. All up in here. We passed Quaram just a few miles back, which is where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. We're making our way along some pretty big hills here, along the shores of the Dead Sea. Man, these are some big rocks. I can see where people get impressed by this. Country. As it goes.
Absolutely nothing comforting about the look of it.
Man, pretty impressive.
No smooth surfaces.
I wouldn't want to be here in my chair, doing this in my chariot, rolling over these rocks. Here we are getting ready to catch a cable car up in Masada. Kind of looks like sardines here. But maybe it beats the walk up. which starts over here and continues on up. And we're going to walk down this thing. I'll tell you what, that's going to be a about that, huh?
We were just in Colorado there on the Telluride. Telluride, which is here in the car.
Few things.
No battery running line.
Might be ready to need new batteries.
You guys can
It's not a sleeping plant.
All right, that's us about an hour. Those people are taking their time. Must be a little slippery.
Nothing like the rain.
Look at this here.
I think you're ready to they call it way out there.
All this down here, what is that?
This is a guardrail up here at one spot. Here's some people walking up.
Up the mountain.
Yeah, up the mountain. Up
There's
here.
caves everywhere.
Yeah.
Daddy, I want to sit down.
Caves and crags. This is the commander's quarters up top. Daniel down there reading the story. And that's the Dead Sea in the distance. There's the Roman camp over there. Here's the valley floor. We're going out to the main portico here. You're hanging out over it. Here's the main portico. Probably did some of that.
That is, that's original.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'd like to be the guy in charge of putting those rocks one on top of the other there. Weigh about 500 pounds each. And you got the mortar. Give me a break. Jeez. There is the Dead Sea. There's the start of the ramp. Here's where you can walk up from the ramp side. Here's some sports walking up right now. And that is the ramp that they built and breached the fort.
A couple of Romans coming up.
A couple of Romans working hard. Looked like the sweatshirts would come off halfway up.
Yeah.
And this is about halfway through the city, through the top of this mountain, is the West Palace, which is different than the palace we were at earlier, which is the one way over there, where you see the soldiers coming through right now. All of them swinging a carbine. That's the North Palace, Herod's Palace. This is the West Palace. A lot of it was built by the Byzantines, but it's only about halfway down to the very end of the top of this mountain, which is way down that way. This is quite a spot up here. This is a big top of this mountain here. We're down further south now, south of the West Temple. Pretty wild topography around here. And in the distance, the Dead Sea.
So you can walk up that way from the visitor center and get up on top.
You know, walking down here is going to be a long walk. Spooky. I may just be doing the cable car down.
To the bottom.
Here's another one of the Roman camps. And a wall. Another camp. All the way around this place. How close do I dare get to this edge? Look at those people down there walking down here. Well, they made it, so I guess if they can make it, I can make it, huh? Let's work our way that way. This gives some example of how high the wall was all the way around the place. These little black lines here indicate where the original was versus where they have restored. Everything above that was something they added. Anything below that was part of the original works. They do that on all the ruins here. All right, heading back up that way. All right, this is a little bit of a walk down here. That's the bottom of it. See if we can see where we walk down up here. There's some folks. Long way down. And we didn't realize there would be a great breakout and celebration that we made it down here. And there is the trail. All right, in the evening, we're working our way along the wall here. Yellow. Working our way over the Joppa Gate again. This time we're going to head toward the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Here's the walls of the city. Awesome. Ooh, look at the way they light up at night, though. It'll be pretty in a second. Pretty. I've never heard of this direction. We're over the in crowd. There's a flat run of the tourists. Where's the daggum temple now? I think we've sacrificed the Temple Mount for the stack of tourists. Here's the lower city here. Damn it, hold on. Yeah, that's better. Over here, the folks are moving. There's the last wall of the temple, and there's the Dome of the Rock. And that's the Mount of Olives across there. I don't think you have to have a yarmulke on to go down there. Here we are at the west wall of the temple. Here we have the serious religious guys. Okay, and over here we have the tourist wannabes hanging in there. Kids at play. Up we go. We're still, I think we got a little bit of the Muslim quarter here. This just might be the Muslim quarter. I think that's the Dome of the Rock right through there. Hey, that's me. There's one of these skinny tractors. Let's go. It's kind of quiet tonight. It's closed up. Huh?
Meat in that system. Meat is not a major part of the diet over here. Unless you want some fish.
Fish and
Fish.
oh, chicken. We came through here earlier, Dan.
I know, but here it's like.
Unleavened bread. Side of the city of Jerusalem. Here we are. That's the Mount of Olives over there. Obviously the Dome of the Rock. Temple Mount. Actually it goes uphill from the Temple Mount. We didn't figure that out right away. Up past all these things. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre sits up on top of the hill there. And Mount Zion, so this would be then the Mount of Calvary up where the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is. Okay. That's why they think they may be there inside the city walls. There's the Golden Gate, which has been sealed since forever. That is where Jesus is supposed to re-enter the city on his return. This area out here is the eastern wall of the Temple Mount. The Garden of Gethsemane, I think, is up there on the top of that hill. Behind me is the Mount of Olives. Somebody put a church up to Mary Magdalene there.
Hey, look.
And over here is the tomb of supposedly Mary, Jesus' mother.
And also the Church of Gethsemane is right there.
Church of Gethsemane too there?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can walk over there.
Kanske bara 1600 år gamla. Men tänk på att ett olivträd dör aldrig i stort sett. Om ni tittar på dem så ser ni att det är inte ett träd, det är många träd. Så det ena dör kanske så tar det nästa vidare, en steg kärna trillar ner och så är det kanske en 7, 8, 10 träd på någon plats. Så det betyder att det kan växa i evighet, men de äldre delarna, de äldre träden kanske försvinner ju. Så att med storleken på dem så skulle man kunna tänka sig 1600 år någonting.
We're coming down a little downhill stretch of the Via Dolorosa here. Heading up toward the Church of the Holy Sepulchre up on Calvary in a minute. They've just called all the Muslims for prayers. loudly.
Stragglers.
So yeah, a few late arrivals there. Most of them are already in the other area of town. So we're behind this tour group. We are inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is supposedly on the spot where Jesus was crucified, and not far from the spot he was buried. Whether it is or not, it's a pretty impressive church, founded by St. Helena, Constantine's mother, 325 AD, and visited by the Crusaders in 1099 when they took the city. And just outside, true to form, where Omar visited in 648, his followers did turn it into a shrine, the Shrine of Omar, which is for prayers. This place is packed. This guy's got some place going here. Supposedly, Jesus was crucified over to the right there, up on that second level, laid on this rock here, and then later buried in this vault over here. There is the rock. I feel that's it. Okay. These stones are kind of old. Church within the church. My goodness, a church within a church. That's pretty awesome. Like I was telling Daniel, even if this is not the spot, this is still the place that millions of pilgrims walked from Europe over the Middle Ages to see and get to. This was the culmination of their journey. There's the actual church itself, I guess. Wow, it's quite an impressive structure. That's a church there. Over in there is a line of people waiting to get into where Jesus was supposedly buried. Doesn't seem likely to me the way it's sitting out there. This big wall here is concrete and used to go through that church we saw a minute ago. And there's one on the other side too. Why it's been blocked off over the centuries, I don't know. Probably not too distant. So I don't know what this area here was, but the tour groups have chosen not to come by here. These stones on the floor date back a ways. They are really old. You can see the church in there. Before this was walled off here. And the wall there. And you can see the church in behind there as well. Why they walled this off, I don't know. What's in there? Man, this is where the crusading army came through here when they got here in 1099. And the soldiers left their crosses embedded in the walls here. Wow. We're working our way down into the ground here. I wonder if this is where they supposedly have the grave of Joseph of Arimathea that they allowed. It's like a Rubens there.
Non distruggono la chiesa, ma prendono tutti i tesori della
And this was it.
And then the army came down that stairs to pray. 1,000 years ago.
Not quite.
Almost 1,000 years ago. Yeah. These steps look a lot older. Outside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. This has been sealed here. Obviously there was an arch here at one time as well. All right, we're at the Jaffa Gate here again. This is the exterior wall to see. Let's go down this way. We can take the rampart, walk back. Well, we try. There's the Christian information. Yeah, those would be the old walls. Not to confuse with the new old wall. I think I'd be like the when the Crusaders got here, you know. I'd be going nana nana boo boo. Can't get up here to me. And the Crusaders walked around this city 3 times barefoot. Not long after that, everybody inside was slain. Those foundations there date back a ways. Catwoman. Oh, that's too bad. It's your dignity worth. We're going to stop and get a few shekels here, and we're starving. Our legs are about walked off. We'll go up the street here. There's one of the locals over there, hanging out. Carter, sorry. Grape and ice cream? Camera away. Sorry. Can I get a picture? Woman? Oh, that's too bad. It's your dignity worth.